Last year, the Nebraska legislature amended the Nebraska Landlord Tenant Act that changed the non-payment of rent notice from 3 days to 7 days. I'm going to explain and give you all the details in this video. Hey everyone, my name is Vojchehoske. I'm the director of Randall School of Real Estate, and welcome to our YouTube channel. Before we get started, do me a big favor. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that little red subscribe button, click on that little notification bell, and certainly share this with someone that you think would benefit from its contents. Okay, so last year the Nebraska legislature amended the Nebraska Landlord Tenant Act that required landlords and property managers to serve tenants who are late on their rent a 7-day notice to pay or quit. Now, prior to the legislative change, the industry was required to serve what was called a 3-day notice to pay or quit. So what did the law change? Well, only the time period. Service notice and structure of the notice, they haven't changed a bit. Again, only the notice period has changed. If you'd like to download an example of this form, I'll leave a link down below in the comment section. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual notice period and what changed, because it's very important that landlords and property managers comply with the time periods. All right, so let's take a look at the 7-day notice requirements. I got it on the screen here. I've listed it out, the 1st of the month through the 10th of the month. So let's say your tenant is due to pay the rent on the 1st of the month. They don't pay. So on the 2nd, you're going to serve your 7-day notice to pay or quit. That is called a service day. Now, we're not going to talk about what constitutes a proper service. That will be for a different video. But the 2nd of the month is considered the service day, and it does not count as the first day of that 7-day notice. The 3rd of the month, as you can see on your screen, that is the first day of the notice period, and it goes all the way to the 9th day. If the tenant doesn't pay the total amount that's due or requested in the 7-day notice on the 9th or by the 9th of the month, then on the 10th of the month, the landlord or the manager can terminate the lease and proceed with the eviction process. Now, there's 3 points here I want you to remember because it's very important. Number one, all the debts must be listed in the 7-day notice if you want to collect. So for example, if the rent is $1,000 a month and you have a $50 late fee and you only put the $1,000 in the 7-day notice, you cannot collect that $50 late fee. It's important to remember that. It's important to include all the monies that tenant is owed. Secondly, if the tenant pays the landlord in full within that notice period, then the landlord must accept that payment of rent. Now, if it's a partial rent payment or they pay you the rent but they don't include the $50 late fee, as long as that $50 late fee is included in that 7-day notice, the landlord can say, no, I want all or none. Now, number 3 is we need to rethink our grace periods. If you have a 3 or a 5-day grace period and the tenant doesn't pay the rent, as you can see, that's going to push this month all the way into the 15th or the 16th of the month before you can even terminate the lease and start the eviction notice. And depending on how booked up county court is, depending on the county you're in, I am seeing where landlords and managers that have a 5-day grace period, the eviction is actually being pushed into the following month because of the caseload of the county court. All right, that's all I have for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions regarding this topic or any other landlord-tenant topic, please give me a shout out by putting comment or asking your questions down in the comments below. If you have a landlord-tenant question that you think would be a good video topic, drop me an email. If you'd like any more information on how to get your real estate license or to sign up for real estate continuing education class, here's our contact information. Again, thanks for watching, and until next video, I hope to see you in class.